legendary warriors. The powers that created us now want us all extinguished. We must join forces, or else forever be their slaves. For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them. Let's roll.
Here in moments.
The ultimate gala spectacle.
Holy Mother of God on earth and in heaven at the exact same time.
You want a piece of me? You got it!
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a Monday morning. Get off those morning blues out of your system. I know that they're there because they're here with me. I heard that alarm and I was like, heck to the no. Did not want to get up. So if we're in the same camp, let's try and uplift ourselves this morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this is the morning edition of the Dan Adams Show with yours truly, Dan Adams, a.k.a. the Soulful Conservative, the DA, and the prosecutor. And as you can see, well, actually, you really can't see. Right now, they're not as foggy as it was, and it's not as foggy as it was earlier outside. But man, coming straight from the house, whoo, I could barely see out of my car. It was so foggy. But ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday morning. Let's get through these Monday morning blues together, as I stated, and wow. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, that I haven't had my first cup of coffee. Haven't even made it into the 9 to 5 yet, as you can see. For those who are looking at me on the visual apparatus that is YouTube. But for those who are on Spreaker, and just listening to the audio version of the morning edition of the Dan Adams Show. And what's the date today? I believe it's the 27th. Yeah, 27th March 2017, ladies and gentlemen, or 2017. I don't know which way you say it, which way you recall it, and which way you espouse it. But I want to go ahead and talk about this Tomi Lahren or Lahren or whatever how you pronounce her last name. I don't know how. Being permanently suspended, permanently banned, basically let go from the Blaze network. Now, if you don't know the story as to why she was initially suspended, she went on The View. That's right, she went on The View with those liberal nut job numbnut moonbats, and she espoused, I'm going to use that word a lot this morning, espoused that she was pro-life and was calling us conservative hypocrites. She was pro-choice, excuse me. Woo, bring it back. That she was pro-choice and that was calling us conservatives out for being pro-life and wanting smaller government. Being pro-life and her, I didn't even see the whole thing because I just wanted to hear about the controversy. I wasn't gonna sit there and watch The View. You kidding me? I don't care who's on it. But I think she said something to the fact of, and I'm paraphrasing, and I'm trying to recall from the article that I read, that that she's pro-choice. Number one, she's pro-choice, okay, and she's calling all conservatives as hypocrites for being pro-life and wanting smaller government. There you go, got it right that time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this Tomi Lahren, I don't know how you pronounce her last name. No one knew about this chick a year ago, okay? No one. She was on that OANN network that people watch, but no one really watches. One of her rants that she did in regards to Barack Obama went viral. And then from that point on, she started making a name for herself. Now, I hit her straight up on Twitter and said, hey, seeing that really you profoundly went after black issues like Black Lives Matter and black on black crime and the disintegration of the black family. You went after those issues. You were on the coattails of conservatism. You espouse yourself to be a conservative, but then you end up leaving OA and getting picked up by the Blaze Network. Had a daily show of your own. Over 4 million fans on Facebook. I don't know how many Twitter followers you have. Probably almost the same amount at this point. So you go through all that. You build up your name. You build up your rep as this conservative warrior. But then you go on The View and espouse that you're pro-choice and that conservatives are hypocrites if we espouse the fact that we're pro-life but want smaller government? Really? Really? Now, let's take a step back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a step back. As I said, no one knew this woman. No one knew Tomi Lahren, whatever I pronounce her last name, about a year or so ago. No one knew who she was. Viral video happens. Her audience starts to build. Her support base starts to build. And it got to the point where she had her own show on the Blaze Network. Now, I know when you have aspirations beyond the Blaze Network, I get it. I understand that. I have no problem with it. Go for yours. But my thing is this. If you have made your name for being a conservative, and to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, if you can find me a conservative that is pro-choice, please point them out to me. Please send me a tweet, a Facebook post, Google Plus, Tumblr, Instagram, Gab. Hit me up. Email danadams73@gmail.com. Please let me know. Let me know that if you know someone personally that is a conservative that is pro-choice. Now, we have the free will, ladies and gentlemen, and I always circle back to this. As Christians, we have free will. Yes, indeed. God granted us, supplanted upon us free will. But that doesn't mean with that free will that we can go out and do whatever the heck we want. If you read your Bible, then you know. I'm not going to make it Sunday school this morning. I'm not going to get on the pulpit this morning and give you a sermon. But you know where I'm going and you know what I'm talking about. In regards to protecting life. So I'm not. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, you need to know. And if you don't know, you need to go find out. Pick up the Bible. Look online. Supply yourself with references to look in the Bible to where it talks about the precious nature of life. So please, I'm not going to go there this morning. But, like I said, for this Tomi Lahren, whatever you pronounce your last name, to, like I said in the post, I sent her straight up, riding the coattails of conservatism to get to the status and stature that you're at right now, but then go on The View and call us out, call us conservatives out like that, and say that you're pro-choice? Come on, woman. Come on now. Now, I don't know what she's going to do from this point on. She's been on Fox News here and there. Highly doubt that they'll pick her up. But then again, it's Fox News. Who knows? But she's been permanently suspended from the Blaze Network. Now, to get off that topic, let's go on to another topic in regards to, and right now his name is escaping me and I apologize, but if you go to my website, thepoliticalheat.com, thepoliticalheat, all one word, .com, subscribe, so then you'll be in the know and you'll get the latest and the greatest from yours truly. Still looking for authors and bloggers. Hit me up on my email address, danadams73@gmail.com, or on my social media. I'm at Dan Adams Show on every social media outlet that there is: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Gab, Tumblr. And let me know if you want to be a part of the Political Heat family. And, ladies and gentlemen, also, believe in the next week and a half or so, the rebirth, the relaunch, the War Radio, We Are America Radio rebirth. Wayne Dupree, Hutch Bailey Jr., yours truly, David Redman, Paris Pacopis, and hopefully, many others that will come into the fold of the War Radio, We Are America Radio family. If you want to hit us up, hit me up at all my social media at Dan Adams Show, or my email address, danadams73@gmail.com, or hit up Wayne Dupree at Wayne Dupree Show on Facebook and Twitter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have this, I guess, and I'm taking it from a standpoint. I'm trying to put forth common sense, put forth reality, put forth what's right in front of our faces in regards to the, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I've talked about this in the past, the left's assault on President Donald J. Trump. Now we have it, ladies and gentlemen, where there's supposed to be this bombshell that James Rosen from Fox News that's out there in regards to, we know definitely that Trump himself was wiretapped, spied on, surveilled, whatever you want to call it, by the Obama administration. Obama, Barack Hussein Obama himself spied on President Donald J. Trump. I don't even have to have any bombshell, anything of that nature in regards to a whistleblower. The dude spied on, wiretapped, and surveilled James Rosen of Fox News, of all people, and his parents. So you mean to tell me that it wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility that Barack Hussein Obama spied on then President-elect, then presidential nominee on the GOP side, and then President Donald Trump? Who knows? Because we know, ladies and gentlemen, remnants of the Barack Hussein Obama administration is still festering throughout the federal government, among the alphabet agencies. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get it twisted. Don't act like it's not happening. Don't act like it's not something that, for number one, I knew it was happening, and I knew it would be a problem, because all of them folks, including Barack Hussein Obama himself, who came and called me out as a black man, stating if I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton, that I would be somehow, some way, in some form or fashion, diminishing his legacy, whatever that legacy is. Someone please point that out to me. The only thing I can think of, that he was the first black president voted in by the American people, and in and of itself is a historical, it has nothing to do with diminishing his so-called, ladies and gentlemen, so-called. And you know, I'm not going to use that word anymore because it doesn't even exist with this man. So let's just state it and stamp it for historical purposes that he was the first black president. That is it. That is it. People will say, well, he killed Osama bin Laden. No, he ain't kill Osama bin Laden. SEAL Team 6 did. And where did that end up? How did that end up for them? They ended up dead, ladies and gentlemen, at least most of them. So, him going out for his, I guess, second time around, ladies and gentlemen, of being president in 2012, espousing the fact that he brought the automobile industry from the from the depths of hell and bankruptcy and everything else, and Osama bin Laden is dead, even though he had nothing to do with it, and he didn't like the fact of how he got the information in regards to enhanced interrogation, So if that didn't happen, which he doesn't like torture, ladies and gentlemen. Barack Hussein Obama and the leftists don't like torture, but that's what was needed in order to get the information to find out where Osama bin Laden is. And to this day, I'm still doubtful that Osama bin Laden is dead. I didn't see a body. Didn't see a body, ladies and gentlemen. Did you? I didn't. But somehow, I'll say it. And I'm putting it in air quotes for those who can't see me on the visual apparatus that is YouTube. His legacy, ladies and gentlemen. But if you can't understand and wrap your brain around the fact that he wiretapped, surveilled, and spied on Donald J. Trump in the Trump Towers, ladies and gentlemen, in NYC, New York City, then you're living on a different planet. I mean, we've already talked about James Rosen and his parents, but he used his IRS at the time. I said his, ladies and gentlemen, his IRS. It's not our IRS, it was his. He used it to go after conservative groups. And as we've just seen in the last couple weeks, if you didn't know, but you probably heard about this satanic after-school group. Oh yeah, they were granted. They were granted, ladies and gentlemen, 401c, whatever the heck it is, status. But yet all those conservative groups who put in for the same status, and some of them still don't have it to this day, ladies and gentlemen. But this satanic after-school group was granted 401c, A to the Z status from the IRS after 2 weeks of submitting their application. It took them 2 weeks. But yet we have these conservative groups after years still don't have the status that they're looking for. So you mean to tell me that Barack Hussein Obama, who heard about all the stuff that he did in the news, heard about all the stuff he did in newspapers, heard about all the stuff that he did from third parties, really, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone, well, I should say, the liberals who love this man believe that crap that came out of his mouth. They believe that he just heard it in the news. But I've talked about this subject and this topic too much, because I'm going to start getting upset, and I'm going to start get pissed off, and I only got a few more minutes anyway before I have to end this portion of the Dan Adams Show, the morning edition, March 27th, 2017, or 2007, whatever way you say it. Just wanted to speak on a few things, the Tomi Lahren situation, this continuous nonsense in regards to people saying that Barack Hussein Obama didn't wiretap, surveil, and spy on President Trump. And I'm going to end this particular edition, the morning edition of the Dan Adams Show, with this. Ladies and gentlemen, if we continue to sit on our butts and not get ourselves out there, like yours truly, and many of us out there who have chosen to combat liberalism at every turn, and even when it comes to, I guess, putting ourselves out there where we are losing family members, losing friends and friendships and things of that nature, just to make sure that the truth gets out there, then I'm going to continue to do it. I may have my days where I just want to give up and I don't want to continue, but I ask the Lord to give me the strength to, I guess, put myself in a better mindset, put myself in a better light in regards to knowing that I cannot give up, that I just cannot allow myself to be silent. I can allow myself to be on the bench, as they say, and just look at everyone else. Let everyone else, and let everyone be the mouthpiece and the vehicle for truth. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yours truly is not going to allow that to happen. I'm not going to allow that to be the footnote in regards to how people look at me, how people reference me, and how people shape their opinion of me. Now, granted, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a type of person that I don't really care in regards to how people look at me, have opinions of me, but I do want the world to know that once I breathe my last breath on this planet, that yours truly, Dan Adams, gave everything and anything he could to defeat liberalism, to promote conservatism, and to be the best Christian that I could possibly be, and to set the example for my wife and for my family, for my friends and acquaintances, and those who I might just run into for the first time and never see again in my life. So thank you for tuning in to the Dan Adams Show, the morning edition. This is yours truly, Dan Adams, a.k.a. the Soulful Conservative, the DA, and the prosecutor. Remember, War Radio Rebirth is coming around the corner. Keep looking out for details for that. And as you go about your day, and as I say every time as I sign off, God bless you and yours. May he keep you safe and your family safe from any harm or danger. God bless, peace, and blessings.
Hey, can I get some help here? Yes, you. I'm talking to all of you. I need your help because I, just like many of you, am one of the millions of Americans who is all too familiar with cancer. I lost both my grandfathers and my uncle to cancer. My grandmother battled cancer 3 times in her lifetime, and my amazing mom, well, she's a 2-time cancer survivor. But there is certainly reason for hope. Due to earlier diagnosis and evolving research, the 5-year survival rates have increased for people living with cancer. One exciting area of cancer research today is the field of immuno-oncology, science that aims to work with the body's own immune system to help fight cancer. That's why I'm proud to be joining Bristol-Myers Squibb and the cancer community to launch Ready, Raise, Rise, a program that educates about immuno-oncology research and encourages people to raise a flag for those we love affected by this horrible disease. On this website, you can create a personalized flag on behalf of yourself or a loved one touched by cancer and share it with your friends. You can also select a cancer organization you would like to receive a potential donation. The 3 groups with the most flags raised on their behalf will receive a charitable donation from Bristol-Myers Squibb. By sharing your flag, you're making a difference by supporting loved ones, raising money for cancer groups, and educating about groundbreaking research. So please, join me. Let's raise our flags against cancer.
Fox News Radio. I'm Dave Anthony. Republicans are regrouping.
I believe that it's time for the party to start governing.
White House Chief of Staff Ryan Priebus also says they'll reach out to moderate Democrats after Friday's failed attempt to get a vote on the bill to replace Obamacare. Fox's Jared Halpern live in Washington.
President Trump has blamed conservatives like the House Freedom Caucus for saving the Affordable Care Act. Now that group has 1 fewer member.
Sometimes you got to say yes. And this was the time to repeal Obamacare because now it's the law of the land.
Texas Republican Ted Poe resigned from the House Freedom Caucus in a statement, he says, because it will allow him to be a more effective member of Congress. White House Chief of Staff Ryan Priebus says the administration is now moving on to tax reform. Dave.
Jared, the U.S. is going to send 200 more soldiers to Syria and Iraq to help battle ISIS.
I think at the moment we are at a very important juncture where Daesh is on the retreat.
Iraqi Prime Minister al-Abadi tells Fox he thinks they'll succeed in a few weeks, finally driving Daesh, or ISIS, out of the city of Mosul the terrorists took control of a few years ago. We're hearing today from the family of the American couple victimized in last week's terror attack in London, where Fox's Simon Owen is live.
Dave, relatives of Kurt Cochran, who was killed, saying they bear no ill will towards the attacker, saying they take inspiration from Mr. Cochran's approach.
His whole life was an example of focusing on the positive.
That's Clint Payne, Kurt Cochran's brother-in-law. Mr. Cochran's wife, Melissa, was injured. Her mother, Sandra, saying the couple had enjoyed a dream vacation.
Their last 2 weeks here was amazing for the two of them. It was perfect.
The couple visiting Europe to celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary. Dave?
Simon, 5 people are still hospitalized the day after a shootout in a Cincinnati nightclub that left 1 man dead. Police are still looking for the gunman. Fox News Radio. Fair and balanced. 5 years after a white NYPD cop killed a black man. The officer is resigning. Fox's Tanya J. Powers live here in New York City.
Officer Richard Haste was allowed to quit the force yesterday, something Ramarley Graham's mother is angry about. Haste had been brought up on departmental charges, but he had time to go over the findings before they were given to the police commissioner. He was accused of not defusing a standoff that ended in Graham's death in the 18-year-old's own bathroom. Haste had faced a criminal manslaughter charge in Graham's death in 2012, but that was dismissed because of a procedural error. Graham's death came before a spate of highly publicized killings by police that helped put the focus on the topic. Dave.
Tanya, in Japan, there's been an avalanche at a ski resort north of Tokyo. 8 people, high school students, are presumed dead. 40 others were injured. United Airlines dealing with a lot of turbulence online.
That comes after activist Shannon Watts of Denver started a social media firestorm after tweeting she saw a United gate agent refusing to allow 2 teen girls to board a flight yesterday because they were wearing leggings. A United spokesperson says the teens were traveling under an employee travel pass, which includes a dress code. Travel passes allow United employees and their dependents to travel for free on a standby basis. The teens did take a later flight after adhering to the pass guidelines. The airline posting that regular passengers are free to wear leggings, but pass travelers must follow the rules as they are essentially representing the company. Rich Dennison, Fox News.
March doesn't get any madder than North Carolina's win to advance to the NCAA tournament's Final Four. Kentucky tied the game with a 3-pointer with 7 seconds left, and Luke May won it with a shot with less than a second to go.
I just shot it, and luckily it went in, and it was a great feeling.
UNC beat Kentucky 75-73. South Carolina also advanced to the Final Four, beating Florida 77-70. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio. UNC beat Kentucky 75-73. South Carolina also advanced to the Final Four, beating Florida 77-70. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio.
Microphone check 1, 2, the one who gives you more. Now you're waiting for an encore. Many blessings, results from the lessons learned from the past, feel the force from the blast. Then let me gather my thoughts, reminiscing on the wars I fought with mom and dad, brothers and sisters. On the corner with friends, it extends from the first step you took, first word you spoke. Now I'm going for broke with the release of my album, straight from the soul. Looking to take control over the entire hip-hop landscape. Curtis Blow brought you the breaks. Time to reinvent this musical wheel. Broadcasting live from the city of steel. Proceed when my brain starts forming the rhymes. Back to back in between the lines. Proceed. This impact you can't dismiss. Never heard an MC quite like this. Proceed when my brain starts forming the rhymes. Back to back in between the lines. Proceed. This impact you can't dismiss. Never heard an MC quite like this. Proceed. On course with no remorse for the self-inflicted, ignorant remnant of the past glory days. These new ways transport, rectify, unify. Healing these wounds, the scars remain. No more with the pedal to the floor. We need to calm down, take a breath and relax. Soothing your soul with some jazzy tracks. Raw artifacts will linger. Remember, sometimes staying the same is the change. So don't rearrange your entire schedule. Make change that will be beneficial. Confused by the whole outlook. Different from the ones whose souls got shook. Doesn't have to be hard, sorta simple. From the temple, giving what you need. Proceed when my brain starts forming the rhymes. Back to back in between the lines. Proceed. This impact you can't dismiss. Never heard an MC quite like this. Proceed when my brain starts forming the rhymes. Back to back in between the lines. Proceed. This impact you can't dismiss. Never heard an MC quite like this. This has all the elements, metaphors and similes, along with the baseline break beats and harmonies. Your medulla oblongata and cerebral cortex will let these rhymes flex into a pattern you never seen before. Let your mind explore into the outer reaches. Your third eye still teaches how a hip-hop song should sound. Vision is profound, lock down the industry. Melodiq, tear up the infantry. Building a barricade to block off your WMDs with flows like these. Furthermore, my pen hits the pad. Induce a celebration, this abstract creation. Melodiq avoid is your feeble rendition, giving you the raw, real, and never fiction. When my brain starts forming the rhymes, back to back in between the lines. Proceed. This impact you can't dismiss. Never heard an MC quite like this. Proceed. When my brain starts forming the rhymes, back to back in between the lines. Proceed. This impact you can't dismiss. Never heard an MC quite like this. Proceed. 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 I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic.